Can I ask a question? Can I just get things rolling by asking Cedric a question? Sure. Is the guy who's talking to us named Abdul?
Yeah.
Cool. Keep it confrontational, you turkeys. Yeah. Keep it confrontational.
Abdul, everyone. Abdul.
Abdul, everybody.
Abdul.
So, who's your steak? You fit? Oh, uh-oh. You have to take the gun off. Uh-oh.
You know
We had
what?
chair.
Can you hold it?
We had a chair
Somebody-
kerfuffle. We're passing out guns. What's the name of a sign language guy? Hi, how are you? What's your name?
Logan.
No, in sign language, please. There we go.
Logan. Hi. Abdul.
Abdul, Logan,
Tom.
Cedric.
Abdul.
I hugged the one guy who
Logan.
didn't want to hug real bad. You would like one later? Okay, we'll keep that on record for when we do them later.
Abdul, get a hold of this, please.
Gentlemen, welcome to Indianapolis.
Okay, thank you. All right. Thank you, Abdul.
Thank you, Abdul.
Thank you.
And by the way, I'm probably the happiest black man in the entire room right now because I love Reno 911.
You are the,
You're also
except
one
for
of
me,
the
the
only
only
black men
one
in the
black
entire
man in this room right now. In
Indiana.
Indiana.
Hey, there's my brother.
Oh, hey.
No, tons of
Oh, does that happen? Oh, we're all over the place.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
And by the way, the cops are outside too, just to be on the safe side. So.
Yeah.
And in here.
Great. Good. Good to know.
First confrontational question. Oh, are we going right to questions? Keep it confrontational. I'm happy to go right to questions.
Actually,
as long as it's vaguely confrontational.
Actually, let me ask you this gentleman one question real quick here
Sure,
first.
please, Abdul.
Would you mind going in there? Sure. Thank you.
How did you guys end up on Reno 911?
Cedric, your version is funnier than mine.
Okay.
Yeah.
I missed the question. I fell asleep for a second. What was that?
Logan, what was the question? How did Cedric end up on Reno 911?
How did I end up on Reno 911? Well, I auditioned for a sketch comedy show. This was back in 2000, and I had just moved to Los Angeles. I moved 4th of July 2000, met Tom and Ben and Carrie. They were auditioning in October of that year. I brought in a couple of sketch characters because that was
That's
what
we're
the
doing.
show was. It was
We're doing
a
funny
sketch
sketches.
comedy show.
Well, tell the specific character you brought in.
Her
'cause
character?
It's pretty good.
Sure. It was for Fox. It was originally for that network.
I didn't know there was biggies of us back then.
Yeah.
I have attention deficit disorder. So this is going to be a real thing.
That's nice. And I go ahead. You can touch me. I came in with the character of Aaron Neville. I put a Reese's peanut butter cup on my head for the mole, and I sang, "Look at this face. I know the years are showing. Look at this life. And
I thought you sang the touch, the feel of cotton.
I think I might have done that too.
of your lives.
The fabric of our lives. Let a professional do it, Tom, please. And then you guys, they hired me off of that.
We did.
Yeah. So,
By the time he was done singing and the peanut butter cup fell off his head to the ground.
I was home. But originally it was a sketch comedy show.
Yes.
Before it evolved into Reno 911. You want to tell us why?
Canceled immediately at the table read. And they said, we don't want to do this sketch show, and you're all way too old. At this point, I was 28. And we were like, oh, can we do a show for extra credit or something? They're like, you don't have to. You can just go. You can leave. And we were watching Fox over the weekend, and Cops was on. And we're like, why don't we just do like a silly Cops? But in the original idea, we would be both, we were all of the perps and all of the cops. So it was much more of like a sketch show where you would be meeting, every time you pulled up to a crime, it was also us. So that has lingered a little bit with Carrie does Jackie, the pickle throwing hooker, which is a really, really well thought out character. Niecy Nash has TT, which is a magnificent character. She has the pendulous bosoms. And that's mostly what TT does.
Is scream and swing her pendulous bosoms.
Pendulous bosoms.
I play a drunken DUI, drunken DUI stop.
Hitch kick. Hitch kick.
Step,
Yeah,
bump, step, bump, bump. That's me.
Change DUI.
Yeah.
One of the great viral videos of all time. Yeah. That one went mega viral. You know what's a viral video when people send it back to you and they're like, you should do something like this. And you're like, we did that, but we did it already.
Well, anyway, the show was not picked up by Fox. They did not like it.
Sat around they liked it a little bit, but not that much.
Yeah.
And then sat around for about 3 years.
About 3
and then Comedy
years.
Central picked it up.
Yeah.
And it was fun.
The
Got
best
a chance
thing
to
for
do
it,
again.
yeah, the best thing that could have happened is for them to tell us no.
All right, let's gentleman's question right here.
All right,
I'm not
thank
going
you.
to answer that.
Okay, fair enough, fair enough.
Very
How dare
confrontational.
you.
Actually, you probably might not
Is the
want
question,
to.
are clouds real? Okay. What do we got, my man?
So I want to start off the Q&A for Reno 911 asking a Viva Variety question.
Perfect.
All right.
Viva Variety, can I give background to the people
Absolutely.
that aren't as fancy? It's okay. Whoa, we can't lose one black guy. We can't. Our numbers were,
Just dwindled
Our numbers were just
precipitously.
barely okay.
I'll stay.
Can't lose one black guy.
I'll
Thank
stay.
you.
I'll stay.
Viva Variety, a show we did before Reno 911. The idea was it was a variety show that had been on in Europe forever, and now it was just coming on in the States. So nothing made sense, and it was all day glow colors, and there was a swimsuit squad, and it was just real dumb. That was the show.
Yes.
One show. And the question was?
So I was watching the SNL 50 music documentary, and it got me thinking, since you're going to be here asking you a question about Viva Variety, was there like a musical act that you had in the show that like really blew your mind? Like you really caught them at the right time, or something that you just you couldn't believe you were there?
The neat thing about Viva was it would be like a very silly show, and we'd do like jokes, sketches, and we had like a sponsor called Fishy Bar, which was like a candy bar that you could taste all the fish. And then, oh no, this one is magnetic. By accident. It was a weird show, guys.
Yeah.
But we had always had really serious bands. So, but right now I'm just thinking because we just lost him last week, the great David Johansen.
Oh,
He's come on the
absolutely,
show a lot.
yes.
As Buster Poindexter, and as just other amazing characters. And then I was in Los Angeles last week, and I saw some friends of mine. Fishbone was on. I stayed friends with them, but I made friends with all of the Mighty Mighty Boss Tones.
That's awesome.
That year that, never had to knock on wood, when that came out.
Yeah.
And then I stayed friends with them. They like stay at my house when they're in town and stuff,
Yeah.
which is a bummer because there's lots of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you make friends with a band where there's a lot of people in the band, they'll come stay at your house because no band with a lot of people in it makes a lot of money.
Right.
So they're always ready to hang out,
Yeah.
Yeah. There was some amazing ones. Chivo Mato was on there. Duran was on for some reason. There was a lot of weird people on that show. One time we were doing Viva Variety, real short. By a round of applause, how many of you are old enough to know who Dick Clark is? Congratulations, you made it. You're alive and you made it. So Dick Clark.
They do not know who Dick Clark is.
They don't know who
They
Dick
don't
Clark
know.
He was the Ryan Seacrest of our era, but even bigger. He hosted American Bandstand, and it was a huge deal. And I remember he was on our show, and the New York Lottery was at $100 million for the first time. And Dick Clark, who was doing our show, had bought a lottery ticket. And Dick Clark at the time was worth $500 million.
Yeah.
So I was like, hey, Dick Clark, what happens if you win the lottery? Are you gonna like tell people? He was like, no, probably not. Probably we'll keep that real quiet if we win. But the wife did want me to check if we could add one more $100 million to the pile of money. Very nice guy, Dick Clark. Yeah.
It sounds like you just told a story that he didn't want anyone to know.
Dick Clark?
Yeah.
Well, I'm alive.
He kept it secret for a reason, but you just outed.
I lived long enough
All right.
to tell that story.
You're gonna have.
When you outlive them, you get to say.
Hey Tom, enjoy Dick Clark's ghost haunting you for the rest of your life.
Hey Tom, it's Dick Clark, and here we go. We got an artist out of Minneapolis called Prince. We're both gonna haunt you tonight until you stop talking shit about us at the cons.
At the cons.
Did that answer any question? Or
No,
did
no,
it
no,
make- I
you
feel like it
got it,
made
you got
things
it.
more
Yeah,
confusing.
yeah. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Before we go to our next person,
Keep it confrontational.
I did have one question for you gentlemen.
Yes, Abdul.
When the show was put together, I always heard through the rumor mill that you sort of have an outline of a script, but then you folks sort of improv the whole thing. So how did you guys put the show together?
There is a little bit of an outline, because sometimes we find if you don't have any outline at all, and you start going to improvise, it is awful. Like, if you really don't have any sense of anything, like no ending, no nothing, you know? So, like, you don't need very much. But you do need a little bit of an idea. One thing that was always good for us is that Reno 911 has one of the inherent best aspects of an improvisational scene, which is everyone we meet, we're in confrontation with. Which is like a pretty simple way. You never have to wonder how to escalate a scene, because every scene we come into, we're like, Terry, no! No! So like it's just like a great starting place, you know?
And the actors that we come across, because it is improv, all know the yes and rule. So whatever we tell you, no,
Yeah,
do
means-
it
yeah,
more.
yeah,
Yeah, keep going.
Don't you dare.
Don't
Don't you pick up the
Yeah.
pineapple! And then,
Yeah.
but what we mean is please do that.
Please
and then
do
we'll,
that.
yeah.
Please keep doing that.
We're always yelling at people to escalate things.
No,
Yeah.
no,
Which means
no.
please escalate this.
Please go.
Please
Keep doing
escalate the
it.
scene.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
All right, how you guys doing?
I'm not going to answer that.
All right. I love Reno 911, but my show's for you, Cedric. What was it like working on the Boondocks? And do you guys have any plans on doing anything else with that?
A lot of people love Boondocks, so I didn't hear the question. What did you say?
I was wondering what it was like to go and work with all the people that you work with in the Boondocks.
Sure.
I'm wondering if you guys had any plans on continuing that, or if the story was over, or
Yeah. Thank you for the question. Better than the Viva variety question, I think.
I will
in my
say,
opinion.
you know, when you get to a Boondocks
Yeah.
question, there kind of are a lot of black guys here. I didn't know we were going to get to Boondocks.
They showed up, yeah.
They're showing up.
They showed up. It was
Lexington,
absolutely.
Kentucky was weird last week.
Am I high-fiving you? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, we got Boondocks. We lost somebody.
Yeah, it was an amazing show, amazing experience, and Aaron Magruder, who created it and wrote it with Carl Jones, extremely brave, pissed off a lot of people, but a lot of truths were being told, and being able to work with the amazing beloved John Witherspoon, who passed away a couple years ago. He was brilliant. He was that character and the heart of the show, and so it's difficult to do that show again without John. There was a opportunity for us to do the reboot of it, and then he passed away, and so it all kind of went away. You never say never. Maybe something might come up, some idea, but for now, there's no real thought about really doing that show again. We're very proud of it, and Regina King, brilliant. Gary Anthony Williams, the best. It was his birthday
We were talking
yesterday.
about Gary
Yeah.
being one of might hold a record for different characters in Reno.
On Reno, yeah. But one of the smartest improvisers, one of the funniest people in the world.
Probably the best improviser I've ever seen. Right up there.
Yeah, definitely.
Good old Vegas.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of his lines and a lot of that stuff is just him, it's not written. It's just him coming up with extremely racist things to say.
On Boondocks?
On the
I gotta
Boondocks,
watch
yeah.
the Boondocks, I
Yeah, yeah. Thanks for the question, though. Thank you. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Keep it confrontational.
I'll try.
Please do.
All right. Thank you for doing conventions. I just saw you last week in Lexington.
Fun.
It was. But my question is, you guys do a lot of crazy things on Reno 911. Was there anything that you said no to? You were like, no, that's too much, that's too extreme?
As a person who writes a lot of the show, maybe I should throw this to Cedric, because I've made you uncomfortable on the show thousands of times. But if you ever saw me like on an episode called like Indigenous Peoples Day, where I'm in a thong with like adamant makeup on, or the one where I get like sunburnt and I'm just naked in a tanning bed and I'm burned and alive, or it's hard to make me feel bad about something. I'm a pretty good sport. You've apparently been mad about stuff all the time.
The entire time, and he never knew anything about it
I
until.
found out about it when we started doing panels. He'd be like, "This motherfucker."
This motherfucker pissed me off
This motherfucker pissed me off
for years. Do I look happy?
No. I don't know. It's because I don't really check for feedback, you know.
I've lived with this for
Yeah.
20-some years.
But I'm also the guy who called you up and I pitched you the episode of Jones 10th, the Juneteenth episode.
Sure did.
And I'm
Yeah.
like, you'll be like, it'll be all black history, like Eazy-E, Bill Cosby, California Raisin,
Sweeney Todd.
Sweeney
for
Todd,
some reason.
which was just an excuse to do Sweeney Todd.
Just for us, yeah, just to do that.
But no, you've been uncomfortable.
August Wilson.
That was my favorite one, actually.
I'll say I wasn't this before the show. I'm a lot braver, I should say. Tom, Ben, and Carrie have brought a lot of things out of us that we never even thought we had, because we're so thankful, and it was such a fun show to do. You know, this show is extremely brave. It's not for the the scared, and in comedy, that's what's needed. And as an actor, it's made me a better actor. It's made me a better listener, a better improviser, and made me braver. And it's, I've gone on to do way cooler things than Reno 911.
What? Like, wait, what?
And
No, you
I
haven't.
think I have.
There
Tom.
isn't anything.
You don't.
Are you talking about Speechless?
Are you?
Speechless is not cooler than Reno 911.
It paid me lots
I
of
don't care
money.
what it paid. I'm talking about street credibility. Street credibility.
Basic
Something
cable
is important.
money is
Street cred is
not as
important.
cool as network
Everybody
television
should be in
money.
Speechless if they wanted to be.
Are we? We're confrontational with
Yeah,
each
we're
other.
having a confrontation right now.
What was the question? Did we answer the question?
Did we feel bad about some stuff that we did on the show that was crossed the line?
I will say, okay, and I did say this last week when we were in Kentucky. There was an episode where we were a character was burning a cross.
I don't remember this episode.
Yeah.
I do.
I conveniently don't remember this episode.
Yeah.
So, all right.
And
you say so.
Yeah. Oh, it happened.
Okay.
My mother wants to talk to you after. And that was kind of like, what the fuck show are we doing here? But it ended up being pretty fucking funny. So,
Thank
yeah.
you.
I thought there was one time we always do weird stuff, but we were in Aspen, Colorado, doing a show. I don't know why this reminded me of it. I'll get to it in a second, sir, in this row there. But we did a show in Aspen that had gone really great. Remember, we did these a couple shows at the Aspen Comedy Festival, and then I'd had a bunch of drinks and was in the lobby and ran into Carrot Top.
Did you just do? Oh, waving. You're not Carrot Top. What's going on?
He was my reference for
Oh,
that.
okay,
Yeah.
all right, okay, gotcha.
And I gave him a great big hug. I had a bunch of wine. And I'm like, Carrot Top, what's up, brother? And I'm like, you got to come be on the show. And then remember, we had Carrot Top on the show.
And we had Carrot Top.
And I went back to the room and I told my wife, I'm like, hey, I had a couple drinks and I gave Carrot Top a big hug. and he's going to be on the show. And she said, you should tone down the drinking. But we're at high altitude, and it was fun. And then Carrot Top was on the show, and it was awesome.
He was fantastic. He's a very nice person.
Yeah.
And huge
God,
arms.
the arms are
My
crazy.
God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did that answer a question? Was your question about how big are Carrot Top's arms?
It was, thank you.
And does alcohol affect you differently at high altitude?
That
Because the
was
answer to both of
exactly
those is yes.
Thank you.
Thank
Abdul?
you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
As the only other black person here, the Boondocks question was taken.
There's tons of black people here. They're just not on film because we didn't get everybody in the shot.
Typical.
Got bad representation. I would change some of this seating if we were going to do this. Carrot Top could go back a little bit.
You got yourself on that one, didn't you? Okay. Oh, no. Stay. Hang. Please stay.
Please stay, Carrot Top.
So my question is, what was the most insane stunt that you did on the show?
On Reno 911?
Yeah.
Or on, oh gosh. We blew up a bus one time and it set off car alarms for like 3 miles. That was when we had that real angry special effects guy. What's his name?
Should we name him? We shouldn't name him.
him.
Yeah, let's not name
him.
him.
Real angry. Once you get in the movie business, all special effects guys are like, what? What happened? Because their ears are blown out.
Yeah.
So we blew up a bus.
So maybe he wasn't angry at us. Just he just couldn't hear.
We blew up a bus that was very, very scary.
Yeah.
The fireworks day was scary. Wearing squibs. Oh, I can think of the scariest thing ever on the show for me.
Okay.
Because we like to do things for real. You know, we don't have a lot of money. We've never had like a visual effect in the show ever, like a computer thing. So we did an episode where you learned everybody's backstory. Like Dangle was really cool with like shoulder-length brown hair. I had like David Hasselhoff, like a mullet, and I had like long jeans. And we broke into a meth lab, and a bunch of stuff happened. It's where Junior he can't see anymore. Weigel's dead for like 10 minutes, and I bring her back to life. And my pants catch on fire, and I cut myself out of them like with a knife. And we did that for real. And so I had like, gel on my legs under the pants, but that's just fire, And I never remember ever more being like terrified and feeling okay. That's like I was so happy that shot was over because it was really, really frightening.
Yeah.
Also, there was a time that the German Shepherd had eaten all the plastic explosive, so we were waiting for the dog to poop. Does anyone remember that episode? Waiting for an explosion is like the scariest way to improvise in your life. When you're like standing next to a thing that's just got like tons of dynamite in it, and you're just going like, hey everybody, it's Jim, I'm doing funny stuff, and I'm waiting for that to explode. But we did that a lot.
A lot of that?
Pants on fire was the scariest thing I've ever done on the show, for sure.
There was
one worse.
Oh, one worse than that?
In the beginning of the movie, they said to hit that porta potty at 25. And the guy who's driving the car hit it at about 55 or 60.
Oh my God.
When we're in the movie and we hit the porta potty and it explodes all over us. Yeah, I thought that was my life flashed before my eyes, for sure. Yeah. So it's a crappy headline, too. To be like,
There was a time where I don't know in what scenario, I think it was Ben driving as a perp or something, and I was Jones, and I held on to this car while it was moving very slowly, and he picked it up, and for some reason I really latched on, and I held on for a while, and then your brain is like, do I hold on forever, or I should let go, shouldn't I? I can't stay here. I'll let go, and I let go, and I burned the whole side of my body. It was frightening and scary, and I hit the back of my head. I mean, what was I talking about?
I'm going to tell you a really weird story that I don't think many people know. Does anybody remember in many seasons of Reno 911, there's an old man in a tank top and a diaper on a rascal scooter who's flipping us off as he's driving away, and we're like chasing this guy, old man on a rascal scooter? Here's what you're not going to believe, and this is 100% true. Has anybody seen the Quentin Tarantino movie Once Upon a Time in Hollywood?
Yeah.
Brad Pitt's character is based on a guy named Gene LaBelle, who was the world's greatest stuntman and a judo master at the time. So Brad Pitt's character, who actually had a judo fight with Bruce Lee, is based on judo Gene LaBelle, one of the greatest stuntmen in the history of Hollywood. And the guy in the diaper on the Rascal scooter is Gene LaBelle.
Just that guy.
So if you see the movie Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, the Brad Pitt character is based on the actual guy in a diaper who's riding a Rascal scooter in the opening credits of Reno 911.
It's pretty great.
Thank you.
True story.
Also, the thing about stunts, there's no trick to a stunt. It's just
The trick is
how
how
hard
is it
you're
gonna
gonna hurt. Yeah, and how much are you gonna be okay with your
Yeah,
ear being
hurting.
blown,
It
or
almost never
you know.
it's never fine. Yeah.
Anyway.
We'll get to you in just a quick second. In the Reno 911 movie, one of the most interesting scenes when you guys are at the hotel and it's the four shot and people are
The
kind of-
masturbation ballet
Yeah.
is what we call it.
I was going to say
Yeah.
self-pleasuring, but okay. I'm
Can
trying
we
to
put
be-
it on an iPad for the child and just to put on Bluey or something where we won't tell you about this part of the panel?
Is there a
It's
child?
okay.
There's a
There's
child.
one child, but
Oh,
we'll
okay.
just keep it cool.
Okay.
We'll keep it cool.
Oh, there.
How did you guys come
There's
up?
another child.
So we have a lot of
Oh, we don't have
children.
to talk about that. But yes, we can talk about it, but we won't say what's going on.
Okay.
So how did you guys come up with that scene?
Part of Reno 911 is always about how sad all the characters are. The characters are always so sad and weird. And a big part of the show is about the unrequited love between the characters. Like everybody on Reno 911 is sort of in love with somebody else, and it's never, ever, ever gonna work out. And that's one of the things that kind of keeps the show going for a long time, you know? So, but we did that scene where everybody goes back to the room and they're all sad, you know? And we had originally edited it to a song by Andrea Bocelli called Conte Party Row. Does everybody know that? You do, even though you don't know it. It goes, Conte Party Row. Whenever Carmela Soprano is sad, that's the song that plays. It's also the theme of the Bellagio in Las Vegas. And so we wanted the rights to it. And we reached out to Andrea Bocelli, the world famous opera singer's people. And they're like, this is a very important song to Andrea Bocelli. He said the most important is very close to his heart. So maybe he give permission, but just tell us, what is the scene about that you would like to use his beautiful song, Conte Party Row? Like, well, it's everybody tugging their nuts and we're all in a hotel. And you know what? As soon as they asked what it was about, we're like, you know what? We're just not going to talk. It's okay. Tell them we'll call back. Oh, we forgot what we were calling about. Never mind. Never mind. So we didn't bug them. We didn't bug them.
Yes, sir.
I wanted to ask who, when improvising for each of you, who's the best scene partner that you feel like whenever you're improvising with them,
Ever?
it just works? Ever or just on Reno?
In the main cast?
You want us to start fighting on stage, don't you?
Confrontational! There you go.
It is, that was a, thank you. Thank
welcome.
you.
I can
Assignment.
I can tell you who the worst is.
Oh, wow. You wanted to say.
You would agree.
Okay.
Carlos makes himself laugh so hard that his mustache falls off all the time. And it's often him laughing at something he said. He's like, hey, Jim, there was one scene, remember when he called me Carlos?
Yeah.
Talk
Yeah.
about bad improvisation. Carlos, who I love very much. There was one scene where he came in. Every once in a while, you forget a character's name. I mean, not really, but Carlos, who plays Garcia, came into a scene and he's like, "Hey, Carlos, can I say something to you?" And I'm like, "You just said your name.
Your own name. Your own real name.
Your own real name. That's crazy." So Carlos laughs a lot. His mustache falls off. He calls he calls you by his own real name. Sweet guy.
Thank you, guys.
Hey, I'll keep it confrontational.
Mr. Bond.
Yeah, this one's for Jones. Will you ever help Dangle move again? Or are you still miffed about that?
That's a great episode where I'm not really moving anything, am I? I'm just like trying to make margaritas. and
Margarita
hanging out.
day.
Making margaritas and hanging out. We used to shoot all that stuff in like a real trailer park that was right across the street from the police station.
I
You
thi-
gotta remember, whenever we're in like nude and like running around making margaritas, there's also like 2 real LA sheriffs standing 10 feet away, just going like,
Judging us.
I'm in a thong and I have a margarita, dancing time. Real cop.
I think we figured out in the end of that episode, I made love so hard to Jim that he would not bother me anymore.
Yeah,
I guess.
I guess.
But
That it?
we'll probably end up doing it again. Yeah, probably.
Keep it
Thank you,
conversation.
thank you. Thank you for that question.
Watched
I'm
Reno
not gonna
9.
answer this.
All right, cool.
No, come back.
No. So I'm watching a show that you're in right now where you also play a police officer.
The world famous Animal Control.
The
Thank you.
world famous Animal
Thank
Control.
you very much. It's from one of the top shows on Fox right now. You can watch it the next day on Hulu if you missed it the night before.
And I'm wondering, might we see some other officers in Animal
Oh,
Control?
an Animal Control? Oh, that'd be fun, except they would take away from my attention. So
That's fair.
No, you're not going to see anybody else from Reno 911 and Animal Control ever. If I can filibuster that, I will stop it. I'm close with Joel McHale. I will stop it. I don't need anybody else getting a lot of attention. Being like, oh look, we're all here now. We don't need the whole gang every time. Sometimes it's like, oh, Dangle's here, and that's fun.
If they
Or
can
just
make
you and me.
if they can make a CGI penguin look good, they can make you look good.
Right? Did they make a CGI penguin look good? That was just he was wearing.
Not
that was
really,
like rubber
but-
stuff.
Thank you.
Bless you. What was the question? Oh, you can be on Animal Control if I. But not like everybody, okay?
Me?
It's just no fun being in a club if everybody's in it, you know? Abdul, you had a question?
Yes. The Nation of Islam question.
Sure.
One of the funniest episodes when Rhanisha decides to join the Nation of
Do
Islam.
you remember why she joins the Nation of Islam?
Yes, because she wanted to get tickets to some vacation thing. She already had the time in her schedule.
Because she knows she gets a month off of work if
for
she-
Ramadan.
yes. So she got a full. She thought she would get a full month legally off of work was the idea, and she was going to go down to Cabo or something. Yeah.
It was religious freedom before religious freedom became a thing.
No one was talking about that stuff. No one's talking about it now either. But that was a fun episode. That episode's called Rhanisha X. Do you remember that?
I loved that
Yeah.
episode, yeah.
Fun episode.
What was the question,
What was the
Abdul?
question,
You just
Abdul?
remember when we did that? Is that what
Yes.
the question? I do, yes. I remember that, Abdul.
I have a different answer, which is I don't quite remember it.
Here's the thing I'm learning about Tom. Tom's has, like the cross burning episode, that's burned in my head
Not
forever.
me. Not to me.
Tom has forgotten a lot of what we did on that
I'm
show.
older than Jerry Garcia ever lived to be.
Oh,
Thank you,
Carrot Top,
guy.
Carrot Top.
Carrot Top, loving that
I
stuff.
heard a lot of like, oh no, in
What?
there too.
No, oh no, that's a good thing.
Aw.
Look at me, and then think about how Jerry Garcia was, and then imagine that I'm older. It's a weird thought.
Yes, ma'am.
I had a question for Thomas. So how was it working with Cameron Diaz on Bad Teacher? It's one of my favorite movies.
That Teacher's a spectacular picture.
I'll take this question.
Yeah, please.
No, go ahead, please. Please go.
Cameron Diaz, I'm in 2 pictures with Cameron Diaz.
You do, yeah.
Yeah. She's one of the nicest people you'll ever meet in your entire life. Yeah, just like one of the funniest, loveliest folks. Good sport. Like just hilarious. Great legs. You know? She's a great kid. Then we're also in a movie called What to Expect When You're Expecting.
I've seen that.
You
one.
saw that?
I've seen that
You were
one
the one
too.
person that saw that. 2 people saw it. Black guys, did you see What to Expect When You're Expecting?
You better not.
You did
Thank
not.
you. That great, yes.
Did you see What to Expect When You're Expecting? With my man Chris Rock. You forgot he was in it for a couple seconds. Cameron Diaz, full-blown delight. Full-blown delight. Bad teacher is a lot of neat stuff. I end up in her underwear, and then I'm on a Xerox machine. There's a period where I was just am in a movie, and you're like, oh, he's going to end up knocked out in his underwear and punched by somebody, you know?
Yeah,
I'm often not going to be like the main guy.
Yeah.
I'm going to be the little weird teacher who's going to be like, oh, weird. Let me see, what can I do to you in my lair? I told Niecy I thought I'd be a very good Jeff Dahmer.
Oh, you told her that?
Yeah, when she was doing the Dahmer thing. I was like, who's Dahmer? She's like, they got somebody. I'm like, she's like, they got somebody. I'm like, well, if it doesn't work out, let me know. Yeah.
It's weird that you volunteered. Yeah. I want to eat black guys on TV.
And Asian.
Oh. Don't forget Asian.
I just feel like I could have played Jeff Dahmer for cheaper. I mean, sometimes, what's the sticker price on that guy? A lot.
You'd be the funniest cannibal
I'd be
I'd
the
ever.
funniest Jeff Dahmer you've ever seen.
It would be hilarious.
Well, thank
Funnier,
you guys.
cheaper Dahmer. I mean, they went the way they went, and that was great. God bless them.
I can't believe they clapped
Is
for
your
that. I
question also about
can't.
Jeff Dahmer and why I should not be playing that in
No.
some kind of movie?
No, but I'll vote for you. You can
All
do
right,
it.
thanks.
Is there anything you wish you guys could have explored with your characters?
That we didn't get to?
Yeah.
Did I do the Princess Diana tribute? Yeah.
Yeah.
I did that.
I want us to meet Jones's family. I
Oh, have
think
we not met your family?
Jones's family. I also want Jones to grow a mustache.
Yeah, I feel like you've been pitching that for 125
I've been trying.
episodes.
I've been
But
trying.
then you don't have anything else for it.
We did it, and then it ended up being bad.
Yeah, it was
so
not great.
It wasn't
Shot
great.
it, And you came in with a little weird pencil mustache.
Yeah, you guys did. Yeah.
Sometimes when something's bad on Reno 911, we put it into, it's called Next Week On. And it'll say like, on the next, you know, and then it's like a real short montage. But what it really is stuff that wasn't good enough to be in the show. Yeah, but we just kind of stick it at the end because it has one joke.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ray. I have some questions about Star Wars in a second. Hi.
Hello. My parents are big Reno 9/11 fans, and they passed that fandom down to me. So thank you guys for always being funny. My question is, have you ever made like real cops angry, and have they came up to you with their anger about your representation of police officers?
Have we ever made cops mad at us?
Great
Actually,
question.
No. Not only that, but like quite the opposite.
Remember that time we went to Reno
Yeah.
for that contest?
Yeah.
And
The cops were so psyched to see us.
they showed up, and we thought something was going to go down, but it was almost like a slow clap in a movie kind of a deal, and they were very welcoming.
Yeah, I've become I was the spokesman for the LAPD Crime Stoppers program for a year, and then like when the cops do like the national night out, I'll show up in the outfit, and I'm always like, are they going to be mad? They're like, there he is. A lot of cops say that we have the most accurate cop show on television. Take that for what you will.
It's true. I'm from Minneapolis, and thank you, yes, Minneapolis, and I've been pulled over by the Minneapolis police thinking something was going to happen, and then they pulled me over just to say hi and thank you. We love the show. Oh, okay, you could have let me go to my destination without pulling me over first, but
It's better to check. It's better to check, though.
Yeah.
One time, the first time that I really realized cops really like us, I was in a vehicle, I was being driven in a vehicle in New York City, and there was a guy driving the car, and he made an illegal left turn. And there was a New York City cop in the street who went and pulled the vehicle over like hard and fast. It was like, bam! And the driver was like this Russian dude, he's like, I have Mr. Lennon in the car. And I was like, why is he saying that? And I was like, oh, he wants to show my face to the cop. So then I rolled down the window. And we were about to get a huge ticket for making an illegal left, and the cop went, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. That's when it's like, it's good. I hadn't even done anything. But this dude was gonna, like, there was gonna be a $300 fine. Nope. Get out of here. Get out of here. Look at your little bird. Yeah, you got that fucking little bird in the bag.
Basically, we're saying is we can get away with crimes. Guys. It's fun. You guys you should try it.
You know, medium-sized crimes. We get away with victimless crimes. And some victim crimes.
Have you ever inspired cops to wear the shorts and the cowboy boots before?
That's a great question. It was a genuine ostrich. Very balanced, guys. There's no real way to sit in these that's not polite. That is polite. Every year I get pictures from cops all around the world being like, look, I dressed up like you. I get it. It's a lot of fun to wear. You get touched a lot when you're in it. You just have to be ready for that, you know?
Touched.
Yeah. Sometimes I'll see groups of Dangles together.
Doing these cons,
Yeah.
I've learned that men really want to touch you.
I know. It's weird. Especially the bigger and tougher they are, yeah. I get a lot of tough guys who want to pick me up. Yep.
Oh. You made me touch
They
you.
will be on my side. Just so you know. Carrot Top. Great guy, Carrot Top. Very strong arms.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Very strong arms. Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
I
Name, please.
I'm Abby.
Let's
Oh,
start
hi,
with
Abby.
name now.
Yeah.
Now we're starting with name.
I have a question for Thomas.
He'll take that.
Oh, okay, good. So you were in 17 again.
Yes,
And-
I was.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was just wondering what Zac Efron smells like.
Oh. Like I know. You've been touched by many a man, and you know many men's
Sandalwood.
scents.
Sandalwood.
Oh.
Sandalwood.
Wow.
You knew he would know.
I
A
did.
little bit of sandalwood.
Nice.
It was cute because, funny story. Do you have a Google on the computer? Who's doing this live screen? Can you cut to anything? Oh, everybody died backstage. Oh my God. Who's been murdered? Can you cut to put anything on the screen? No.
I like that you think we can throw to clips on.
Well, here's what I'm going to tell you, which is, so right after we did 17 again, Zac Efron, my son never remembers the story. My son had just been born, and Zac Efron came over to our house, and he kissed my son right on his little bald head. It was really cute. He was like a baby. But then Zac borrowed this outfit for Halloween. Right after 17 again. So if you go, you can look it up on the internet. Just do Zac Efron Lieutenant Dangle outfit, and he was out at Halloween with like my real gun and just doing stuff. He pulls it off way better.
He's wearing your costume. He would know what you smell like.
If you want to see this outfit make sense, look at it on Zac Efron. It makes way more sense. Like, oh, that's a thing now. Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we are out of time. A big round of applause for Cedric Yarbrough and Thomas Lennon. Jones and Dangle, Reno 911.
The clock says we have, there he is. Can you throw it up? He had it. See?
It's happening.
That's it.
Boom. We can throw to clips.
It makes so much more sense. It makes way more sense. You're like, that guy looks great. They should do a TV show about that. I don't think it's a funny TV show, but that's a cool show, right?
You can find that on the internet, trust me.
Guys, if you haven't seen this thing called the internet, go look. It's got everything. By the way, my clock says we have 48 seconds left.
Should feel it.
I don't feel like I'm going to rip you guys off.
Do we do a song? Do we sing a song?
What are we doing?
What are we doing?
Pippin? Big River. Pippin.
Oh, look out for me. Oh, muddy water. They don't know this. Do they know this?
No one knows.
No one knows.
When Dick Clark was alive, we got 22 seconds. I would prefer if we just sit awkwardly in silence for the last 17 of it.
Where's the goofing?
3, 2, 1, we did it, guys, we did it.
Thank you. Thank you, team. Thank you very much. We love you, Indiana.
Special thanks to all of our black guys.
We'll take pictures with you and sign autographs and all that stuff later, okay?
You guys, please
Yeah.
give a huge round of applause for Thomas
Thank
Lennon
you.
and Cedric Yarbrough.